Hey everybody, this is Tony with See It Is Perfect. I'm here today with Lisa Rasmussen of DivineClarity.com, and she has the unique ability that provides her the opportunity to talk with angels and guides. And we're going to be asking a few questions to her, but the first question we're going to ask real quick is when did this happen? Lisa, tell me when this first event took place.
Well, I had many mystical events actually growing up, but my first event that I encountered, my first beautiful angel, was in 1991. It was on a Saturday afternoon in my living room, and the most unexpected time of day that you'd think, it's not like it's on a scary rainy night at midnight somewhere, but in the middle of a sunny afternoon on a Saturday.
And what?
So.
Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get this question right now. What happened? You were sitting there and the walls kind of shook and fell down and Archangel Michael showed up? I mean, what kind of set this off?
Well, what set it off was a friend and I were experimenting with learning to channel. Okay, and we were learning to open up our channeling abilities. And it was kind of interesting because she was a friend that people used to say she would go where angels fear to tread. Okay, and I was thinking, I'm not ready for channeling.
I got a hard time driving down the street.
I was into reading auras and astrology and doing all this other fun mystical, metaphysical stuff and learning about all kinds of other things, but I didn't think I was in the channeling arena yet. And we went through these exercises that this particular book told us to do, and she went first. I walked her through it. And she kind of got blocked, which they said that's real common to do the first time you try. So then she walked me through it, and everything blew open for me. And I was I was totally shocked. But there in front of me was this beautiful, magnificent angel about 12 feet tall named Nathaniel. And he was just sending me this enormous amount of love, which he said was just a little tip of the iceberg.
Snippet that you could actually take right now?
Yeah, he says if I sent you all the love that we have for you, your energy you couldn't handle it. And I just about couldn't handle it, what little bit he sent. I literally felt like as he sent the love into my heart.
Brings on a whole new meaning for love at first sight, right?
Yeah, exactly, it does. As he sent the energy into my heart, and I stood there with him, it was literally like I felt like my rib cage was going to split open and my chest was going to break apart. It was so huge, and all I wanted to do was go be with him. And it was more love than you can imagine. If you were to take, how much people love their children and their loved ones in life.
Now, what you guys can't see right now is Lisa's eyes are welling up. So, yes, there's a lot of emotion coming out of her right now.
Every time I go back and relive this moment, it does get me emotional because it's so huge. It was just so huge.
Wow.
So that kind of broke the doors open, and from that point on, I started talking to my own angels all the time. And kind of had my little relationship with them for years. But you don't go out right away and start telling people, you're talking to angels, because people in the little white coats might come and get you,
Yes, they're coming to take me away.
Yes. So
give me a little, like somebody standing here and talking to you, and it's like Melinda on Ghost Whisperer, or how does this kind of, in a short version, how does this work?
Well, with me, it's a lot like Melinda on Ghost Whisperer. Oftentimes it's audio.
Audio meaning you're hearing.
I'm hearing it clairaudiently.
Okay.
So, and other times it's more of a clairsentient feeling where I'm feeling them and sensing them, and I can sense their energies. And over the years, with working with so many different angels, I can tell which angel that energy is.
Oh, okay. So clairsentient.
Clairsentient
is a feeling. Clairaudience would be
hearing. Audio.
And then if you saw them,
it's clairvoyance.
That would be clairvoyance. Okay. So you can do any one of those depending on which angel it happened to be.
Yeah, and it just kind of depends on the individual that is, I'm doing the reading with, and the energy that they have around them and the way the angels want to come in and work with them and work with me. So it's kind of a grab bag. It's kind of a combination of the way it plays out. So I've just kind of learned to play the way they want to play, if you will.
Okay, so it's more like you have like an infrared goggles. You put the goggles on and you can see the heat of everything. Everything looks red and orange and yellow. And then you take those goggles off and you see like normal. So you kind of have little goggles that you put on where you can tune in or tune out.
Exactly. It's kind of that way. Typically I don't tune into people's energy unless I have permission. And once they request a reading, then I say, okay, I'm going to tune into your energy grid. And I take a second and I can literally with my mind's eye and then I open up, what is called my chakras. I sense the energy around you and I can tell what beings are with you right then. I'll tell you their names and I'll tell you what they oversee in your life, because we have certain angels for certain things. Like you have a money angel, you have a health angel, you have a career angel.
So you have your own posse.
You have your own
depending
posse.
on what circumstances is that you may be encountering at the time.
Absolutely. And the more things that you have going on in your life, the more angels you're going to have around you. So because they're coming to help, okay?
Okay.
So you can have legions of angels around you if you have a lot going on in your life.
Interesting. So if you want to learn more about what Lisa Rasmussen can do for you and learn more about Divine Clarity, you can do a couple things. You can start reading through the rest of the website and listen to her radio show or find her on Twitter. Or you can look for the rest of these videos hidden somewhere on her site. We'll see you the next time. This is Tony with See It Is Perfect.